Hi, my name is Wilx, and this is episode 6 of Skybees. Today we're going to do some Astral Sorcery, then we're going to make some Tier 4 Apiaries, we're going to do some breeding with them, and then we're going to get started on Netherite. So let's get started on Astral Sorcery first. It's almost nighttime, so we'll come over here, and the first thing you have to do is you have to create your... Go here, Astral Sorcery, click on that, hit the start, and then select each of these. And that gives us our crystal, which we're going to place against that. And we can break this now that it's done. And then we're going to take this one that we had. We're going to right-click that. See, it says selected collector crystal. And right-click this. And that turned that regular crafting table into a luminous crafting table. Then we're going to make some stuff with it. So we're going to go over here, and one of the things we want to make are light wells. To do light wells, we're going to need some rune marble and some chiseled marble. So the easiest way to work with those things, whoops, we don't want to use that anymore, is we come in here, let's say we put 12 of these in here, click on rune marble, and we've got 12 rune marble. So it makes it easy to switch back and forth between whatever things you want. We're also going to need ourselves a resonating one, which is 2 marble, 2 aquamarine, and an underpearl. And I've got bees for each of those, so that's easy. And we're also going to need some of these. So I'm going to try to avoid the ones with purity in them and go for other ones. If I was being more careful, I would have picked all like shape 1s or something like that. It really doesn't matter that much. Oops, I've got 1 extra. I needed 5. Okay, so 4 to make the light wells. So we come over here. Notice we've got this much. We go maybe a little more than halfway. Okay, so click that. Then we let's whoops, put that there. Then we'll click on this. Here, done. Click on that. As you hear it get done, click on that again. And that again. And that got us our 4 light wells. Now I have already set up some fluid cable here. And I'll put that on top. And that feeds into this quantum tank here. We're going to take some of our aquamarine and put it in there. Actually, I am going to need more aquamarine when I think about it. I know that for a fact. That can wait till later. Okay, so we're going to come over here. And we're going to start making ourselves our relays. Actually, notice it is almost full up to the top here. But to make astral relays, we first have to make glass lenses. So that, let's get closer. Well, actually, let's make this. Then that. And that makes us a relay. Now, I'm going to want to make myself 8 extras of these because you place them on top of the relays. But I'm going to start making a whole bunch more of these. So I've got 8 relays and 8 extras to place them. And I want to do this before the night is out. So I'm going to cut away now because you don't need to see me do this. Back in a sec. Okay, and this is the last one. So we're back. There we go. And we've got the 8 of them. Actually, if we hurry, we might be able to make the... where are my buckets? Oh, there's a bucket. We might be able to make the other thing. Yes. That. No, not in time. It ran out of power, did it? Yeah. Almost in time. Not quite quick enough. See, there's not, at this time of night, there's not enough stuff. Okay. So now, why the 8 astral relays? It increases the amount of starlight you're getting. Doesn't really matter for these crafts, but later on, it could make a difference. And I started looking up on these, and the way they work is you take and put them within, each of the relays needs to be within 16 of those things. I did mine on 3 dimensions. And the way you place them down on a sooty marble with marble arch on each of these sides, and then chisel marble on each of the corners. Now, you could just place them so they were 12 out from there. Then they would be at least 16 away, more than 16 away from each other, if you did it on the north, south, east, west type thing. And you can get 4 of them down that way and do them on the same level. And for most of the things you're going to craft, that's probably good enough. But I wanted to optimize it because I heard some people say for the biggest thing, you want to be up at 120 and you want 5 of them. And I go, well, how do I lay out 5 and keep them 16 away from each other? See, most of the people that are talking about this were talking about 112, where there was no issue on having them too close together. It was a non-thing. But before 112 and now in 116, they've got to be at least 16 apart, or they start cannibalizing the power from each other. So I started working on my math and going, well, how am I going to do this? And my pentagram math just isn't what it used to be. Then I thought, well, why not do it on 2 levels, or like 3-dimensionally? And then it became really easy math. So these are 12 out and 8 up, okay, for these ones. So we come over here, come up here, we put down that, put 1 on top of it. Now, as you can see, the little thingies going down there. Oh, while I'm standing out here, I'm going to stand here for just a second so you can see the pattern that's down below there. Underneath the center altar, or crafting table, or whatever you call it, is sooty marble, and underneath each of the pillars is chisel marble. Okay, so we come down, and we're going to do that in each of the corners. This is plain marble, this is bricks, this is pillars, that's sooty. Okay, come over here, put that there, let it do its thing. And again for this. And so these are all the upper ones. And then we're going to go below and we're going to do the lower ones. So you can see the purple, the stuff coming off of all of them. They all are within reach. So then we come down here, come down below, put it there. And as you can see, it is going up to it from here. So that works as well. So come over here. Well, notice there is a hole there. I put mana glass around it just so I wouldn't walk into it. And it wouldn't be mana glass, so it wouldn't be too distracting. If I bump into the mana glass, that means I probably would have fallen in the hole. So I seriously considered using chisels and bits, but just never got around to it. Okay, so that's the setup where Actually, we'll take you down one more time. Come on. Get on the elevator. Oh, that's the up elevator. No wonder I can't go down. So as you can see, it's coming up from all four of them. And that is going to basically, it doesn't seem to work. Some people said it worked even when during the day, but it doesn't seem to do that at all. So we're getting none right now. But other than we are going to have to hold on to that, we can get rid of the rest of this stuff for now. Just so I don't run around with so much stuff in my inventory. And we'll hold on to that till later. Okay. So now, what we're going to do, see this? Just ender pearl, couple of iron. These things, now they're blocks of iron in the corners, but other than that, pretty freaking simple stuff. This one I write the name in. Like if I right click on it, I can adjust the name to whatever I want. And down below, we've got one for the apiaries and one for the tables. So if I click on the one that says table, I'm there. Now, I probably should have made a jetpack. I keep meaning to make one, like I could make the top level jetpack and use it, but I really haven't needed it yet. So I haven't worried about it much, but I did want to move around faster, and that seemed like a really good way to move around faster. So now for the apiaries, what we're going to do now, I went nuts off camera. I haven't seen this guy yet, have I? What have you got? Junk. Don't care. I want one of those super duper weapons that everybody else has been getting. There's pigs in there. I don't see any cows or anything. And there's sheep in the other one. So there are 16 bees in this one. There's 16 like honeybees in that one. 16 honeybees in that one. And 16 wither bees in that one. Because they've all got, I upgraded the tier 4s. Now, that was overkill. I'm not recommending you do that. That's too many. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary at all. I want to move up to an apiary and go, oh, well, you're going to need lots of combs to move up to an apiary. No problem. I can do that. Didn't need to. And I'm going to be jumping straight to tier 4 apiaries for them because I had so many combs and so many nether stars. That's not the right way to do it. If you're going to lay out the little things for apiaries, build 4 tier 1s, then upgrade them to either tier 2s or one of them to a tier 4, but get apiaries going as soon as possible. They're much nicer to work with than the hives for most things, almost everything. And this is an arguable point, but it could be said that a tier 4 hive is not a bad idea for honeybees. Because an apiary block can only fit one of a particular type of bee in it at a time. So let's say you were to put 2 honeybees in the apiary, and one would be doing its thing inside, one would be doing its thing outside each time. You only got 2 bees. Even if they're producing a fair bit more, not that much more. Not compared to 16 bees and what they can do. Now, there's and it's especially for honeybees in particular, not the other bees. Why is that? Why are honeybees different? Because to make a block of honeycombs for honeybees, you need four honeycombs. To do it with any of the resource bees, you need 9 honeycombs each. Now, when you go from tier 2, you're still doing combs for the apiaries. When you go from tier 2, you're still doing combs. When you go to tier 3, you start doing blocks. So you're actually a step down for honeybees going from tier 2 to tier 3, just because of the way the math worked out on that. But so that honeybees is the only place where I think it makes sense for possibly using some tier 4 hives until you get all the tier 4 apiaries that you want. But Don't think this is trivial. Even if I had lots of honey blocks, lots of nether stars, I still had to make all of these tier 4 beehives. That's lots of grass, lots of other junk. Yeah. Okay, so we have just made 4 stacks of tier 1 apiaries. We'll come over here, we'll put them in there. Now we're making 1 stack of tier 2 apiaries. Come over here. That makes 16 tier 3 apiaries. Come over here. That makes 4 tier 4 apiaries. So far, so good. We're going to need a few other things to go with our apiaries, though. 1, we're going to need some apiary storage. You need at least one of these in... Actually, I think you can only fit one. You need one of these in every apiary. Actually, I don't know if you can add extras. I think it's only one. Then you need an apiary. I'm going to put in an apiary breeder. You don't have to, but it makes it much easier to breed that way. Notice there's another apiary storage in there. And I'm only making one of these, not 4 of these. And I'm going to make a breeder upgrade. Normally you get 1 pair of bees in here. But if I put a breeder upgrade, for each breeder upgrade I put in, I get another pair. So if I put in, I could put as many as 4 of them in there if I wanted to, and that would mean that I could do 5 pairs at a time. But I'm only going to do 5 pairs? Yeah, 5. I'm only going to do 1 extra. And for the other 3 spaces, I'm going to use the speed upgrades for it. Keep in mind, these are tiered, so there is a few steps to it. And then for the emerald storage upgrades, and keep in mind, again, that is tiered. Whoops. For those as well. So, yeah, that's... Where did you come from? You're stealing stuff, too. Where did you steal it from? Where did you even find a grass block to steal? Well, let's hope I can kill you without you killing me. I don't even know where he got that from. But where did he come from? What? I don't know where he came from. Just before we do any of the rest of this, let's go finish this up here. Come over here. So as you can see, very full line. And again, let's empty out, because I'm going to get real full in a sec. That, and what was the, oh, you can stay up here, I don't care. There's something else belonged up here. Oh, I guess that's it. Okay. And now down to the apiaries. No, it took me to the tables. Oh, well, over here. Okay, so I've already laid them out. It's a 5x5 interior. Oh, I put down mana glass. See that? That's mana glass. Now, that's not normally in the pack as valid for apiaries. I will put a comment, I'll pin it, the first comment, on what file you've got to change if you want to allow mana glass. And you'll basically open up that file, that config file with Notepad, put this line in there, and you're off to the races. And you can put other lines in there once you know what you're doing on it. All right, so anyways, let's, I'm going to break this. I'm going to break that. And I'm going to put down my apiary storage there. I put it on the floor so I can pipe out from below. I'm probably going to use routers at first, but I'm going to have XNet pretty soon. And that's probably going to be better. I'm going to put my breeder down there. And then for the apiary, I'm going to shift place it here. The reason I'm shift placing is that makes it point the correct direction. If I want to just regular place it, I've got to be inside to do it. All right, so what have we got going on here? Well, when we open this up, we can see this. And we're right now we're in the breeder interface. This is the apiary storage. Why can't we go? There's our storage. So we'll put one of those in there. And we can import bees like that or export bees. We can do that for log. Okay. Is this my inventory down here? Yeah, it is. Okay. What we're going to do here is we're going to take our breeder upgrade. So see, there's one row up here. I'm going to put that in there. Now we've got 2 rows, so we can do 2 sets of them at a time. We're going to take the speed ones, put them in there to make it faster. Which is better, like 4 of these or 4 of these? I don't know. I really didn't bother trying to figure it out. We'll come over here and we're going to want these, and those. Okay. So when we open this up again, no, not the storage breeder. What we're going to do is we are going to take a gold bee with gold, a netherrack bee with netherrack, and then we're going to put one of these in place. And you can see it started already, right? For this one, we're going to take a sieve bee with flowers, a gravel bee with those, and put one of those there. Now, why these particular combinations? This is going to get me a netherite bee every time. This combination, though, there's a whole bunch I need. Like, what am I working towards? Let's talk about that first. There is something called a creative... It'd be nice if I could spell. Creative storage upgrade. So this thing here. This is the interesting part. You need the ultimate singularities. The rest of the stuff is fairly easy. Ultimate singularities, you need all of these singularities. Now, a lot of these, like steel I already have, redstone I already have, lapis I already had, etc. But most of the others were a combination of sieve and gravel. And I didn't have, like, I had no reason to get aluminum or anything yet. So I'm going to breed up to the aluminum and stuff like that. So if we come in here, look at our breeder, this guy needs another one. And this guy needs another one. Let's see what we got, because it ends up in the storage. We got a netherite, of course. You automatically get one of those. And we got an osmium. Yeah, I didn't have an osmium bee, actually. I had lots of osmium, but I didn't have an osmium bee. All right, so we're letting them do their thing. So let's finish off these other ones while they're doing their thing. And put that down. Then a mana glass. Shift that into place. Open it up. Click on the storage. Put that there. So even when so long as it's in here, they don't have to be touching or anything like that. And there's a space there, but we've got to do the others. Put that there. Pick up that. Put that down. Open it up. And then our final one. So it's only the one I'm going to do breeding with. The rest of these are all just going to be for production. Okay, if we come back here, we should have I should have just clicked on the breeder. Put these in again. And another osmium. So I think I'm going to do 4 Netherites. Then I'm going to switch over and be doing all the gravel / sieves and do them all like that till I get the rest of the bees because I need a whole bunch of those. Actually, from now on, it's already started. Yeah, we'll let it finish off. Coming down here, what have I got? All right. Get those out of my way. Features, I guess you can stay here. So let's grab those. And we'll come in here. And now you can put them in through an interface here, but I find it easier to just come in here and start clicking bottles like that. Because then I don't have to worry about who's in the hive, who's not in the hive, etc. Okay. So we've got the full set of those in there. Yep. Let's come over here. And our breeder. Actually, yeah, we'll just finish off. I'm doing a total of 4 of those, so I don't have to put them back in there again for that. And who do we have? A nickel. Okay. Then we'll do this again for this one. So basically I'm doing like, what was it? 8 bees there, 8 bees there, 8 bees here, and 8 bees here. There are 17 singularities that we need to do like that. So why, that only, 8 and 8, that only adds up to 16. I had so much coal already. I got like 40,000 coal. You only need 10,000 coal. So I made a mistake. I made too many coalies. Okay. Back on track. Let's get our next set of these guys. Another advantage to using mana glass instead of regular glass for the walls is the bees are really, really dumb. And they'll keep trying to get on top of a wall block of glass if you put a glass bee in there, which is a pain in the butt. Or they'll try to get into the glass on the roof instead of the one on the ground that they should be using. Stupid bees. Storage. So we now have netherite. Oh, I can't put it back in? Those are my 4 of those. So now we're going to want these 2. breeder. So gold bee comes out, you come out, you come out, you come out. We're going to split that in half. Hope that's enough for them. Sieve goes there. Gravel goes there. And then that and that. I really should try pumping these into the breeder and see if that works. Well, let's try that right now. Now that I say that, let's just use a hopper. That's got to be about the simplest way I can think of to do it. Actually, I have no idea if this is going to work. It probably won't, so don't kill me if it... Yeah, it probably won't. When I think about it, it's probably just going to... It's not going to drop them in one at a time. I would need something that I can control how many get dropped in at once. So we put that there. Put that there. Yeah, it's not going to work. That blew it. Okay. Nope, this is not the way to do it. I would need one that knew better on how to work. Anyways, so these are all set up. Those are all set up. I'll finish the breeding off camera. I'll start filling this one up and this one up, and then I'll find somewhere to put in some netherite bees. Maybe one in each or something. So that with the netherite bees, I can make the thing to process the blocks of combs. Because, here, watch this. Already, this thing's going to fill up in minutes. I have to do something with it. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with it. But for those netherite bees to work, we're going to need some blocks of netherite. And so what we're going to do is, I'll leave them there for now. That's not where they're supposed to go. And then we can just do that. Now, I could have done many stacks just going up like that. Now, I'm only doing one stack up like that. And it's safe to hammer down because you don't drop too far. But I would go all the way up to the sky if you weren't here, and then do this. Then we come over here, we put that in our hand, stand over that, hit my macro. And this time I got 10. That's kind of lucky. It might have been 4, might have been 10, might have been more, I don't know. So what do I want this stuff for? Well, for instance, for a netherite bee, netherite bee, he needs a block of netherite. Block of netherite is a block of those. And that's how you make each one of those. So I'm going to need quite a few of these. So I've got piles and piles of netherrack now that I can sieve through fairly quickly and do that with it. And then I've got the netherite bee, and they will be producing their little hearts out. And from there, we shall get our netherite for our multi-blocks. Like, what is it? It's, what do you call it again? Centrifuge. Centrifuge. So for these things here, we need netherite ingots. And yeah, so nothing particularly difficult other than that. Like, and this is much better than the other one that I made before. All right, so that's it for this episode. I hope you got something worthwhile of it. Go out there and have some fun. Thanks.